After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for the Texans. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll toss it to Miller. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Jackson to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down, Broncos.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, 4-1, Mike, 4-1.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check 55. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
After the sack on first down, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Okay, ready? 55. Hey, eat. Watch twist.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to. That one, it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coach.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Second down and goal. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, 51. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Check nickel. Kill.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 55. 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me some.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Watch the shoot. Another time now. Check 50.
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Hey, check Mike 39.
3rd and long, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Here's Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Strip that ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Hamilton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 4-yard line.
Set. 19. 45. He runs.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 19. Mike, 45. Switch. 3 points down. He's coming. Down, go.
From the 50, it's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Jackson now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Angelo Blackson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, this one complete to the running back, Lindsey. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And McManus able to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You got nothing. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
45, 45. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans cut into that lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Back to throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. It's a foot race. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.